Hey everyone, Mtashed here with another exotic review. We're going to change it up today a little bit. We're going to focus a little bit more on the PvP Crucible side of this gun than we are about the PvE. I think it can work in PvE, but there's a lot more perks and a lot more value when using it in the Crucible. So let's get started. The stats on it are pretty damn solid. Last Stand will give you increased handling, increased aim down sight speed, increased reload speed when you're the last person standing on your fire team. This one was a little bit hard to test because every time I was the last man standing, I would get bum rushed by 4 people, but it does help out the gun considerably. Now, the big perk on it is the exotic perk, because this gives you 5 bullets instead of the traditional 3-shot rounds out of other pulses. Harsh Truths is very unique. I thought it was going to be terrible. I thought it was going to have a bunch of kick, but this thing is actually kind of a laser beam. Also, if your teammates die around you, you start to get your health back. So if you're in the middle of a team-shotting, duel, sometimes you get your health back and can come out on top because your teammates suck, which is a very nice perk to have. Now, let's get into it. Vigilance Wing feels a little bit clunky to use. It's pretty heavy, the aim down sight speed is quite slow, so if you get caught off guard, there are a lot of situations where you will lose the duel. However, it shoots 5 bullets. It does a almost laser beam accuracy pulse shot, which is very unique, and in my opinion, this is one of the best turret weapons in the game. What I mean by this is if you're holding down a lane, you pull this gun out, you hard scope that lane, anyone that walks into it is going to die. I'm telling you right now, Vigilance Wing is one of the best weapons I've ever used for holding down lanes. Is this gun an all-around killer? Do I recommend this gun in all situations? Not really. I really don't think that it's going to be a top-tier weapon because it does feel clunky. You can get out-dueled. If someone is strafing really hard and you miss a shot, you will get absolutely pumped because every time you shoot this pulse, it has to shoot 5 bullets. There's a little bit of time before you can shoot again, and each time you miss a shot, it is a lot of commitment. Other people could shoot twice by the time you get your next shot in. So if you don't kill them in the 3 bursts it takes, then it kind of feels weak. It kind of feels like, oh god, this is clunky. But if you can line them up, and as you can see in this gameplay here, if you line them up, play slow, and really take advantage of the damage on this thing when you land all 5 bullets, you're going to be a monster. You're going to be able to defend the lanes, you're going to be able to hold down zones, and if you want to be kind of that slow player that's holding down the B zone or something like that in PvP, you can do it, and I think this is one of the best weapons for it. I'm going to show you a bunch of this gameplay so you can get a feel for this weapon. I want you guys see when I get outplayed, see what happens when I miss a shot, but overall, I really do like using this weapon. I don't know if it's the best, but I enjoy doing it. I play like an absolute pussy this whole game. Like almost 90% of this game, I'm hard scoping lanes. I'm playing very, very slow because I wanted to get some good clips with it. Overall, I think I accomplished that in this game. I show, in a couple seconds here, you're going to see double kill. Actually, I think it ends up being like a triple kill with my SMG, but this gun shreds. If you land your shots, if you're landing all your shots, it shreds. Look at the damage. Look at the damage. It's gross, especially if you're hitting your crits. So I think if you're playing safe, you're playing a little slower, you're really holding down your lanes, this could be a great weapon for you. I think if you're a faster player, you like to run and gun, you like to get in their face, I think you might struggle with this, especially if you get up close and personal, because if someone outstrays you, you miss one shot, this thing becomes very weak in duels. You're going to see that a lot of my kills are kind of almost in team fight situations where I'm really just suppressing that lane. I'm constantly shooting down the lane, and this is one of the best weapons, as I said before, for doing that. It's just, for someone like myself that really likes to duel, I like to push in, I like to fight people, it felt lackluster a lot of the time as well. If you catch someone off guard, they're dead. But if you're against a mobile opponent, maybe a hunter, someone that's jumping and you're missing shots, it feels quite lackluster a lot of the time. Overall, honestly, in PvP, I think this is like a 7 or 8 out of 10 because the things that it does well, it does very, very well. And while it might be annoying that the shot speed is a little low or it's a little clunky, I think for holding down lanes, this is like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 weapon. It's just some of the other stuff that brings it down to kind of like the 7 or 8 range. In PvE, doing strikes, things like that, I think this is very, very, very average. Like, this is, for me, like a 3 or a 4 out of 10 because It just lacks a lot of the utility or the damage of other weapons. I could use the Merciless Fusion Rifle and absolutely trounce the DPS of this one. I've got some similar legendary pulse rifles that do similar damage, so while this is cool, this is unique, I think it is a good weapon for PvP. For me, running this in PvE is kind of a waste. For an exotic slot, I just don't see the value in it. I think going into Trials of Osiris next weekend, this might be one of the better picks. I'm really excited to try it. I'm definitely going to be running it a few times just to see how it performs in those last man standing situations. But for right now, I'm quite happy with this weapon. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you enjoyed some of the PvP gameplay. And I will see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye.